Damn, I cut the camera off. But the shame that's gonna come during that persecution, uh, the pain that we may experience, maybe not. But hey, man's going to the Lord, man. We gotta trust in Yahweh Hashem and Hawashah, and hey, He'll be with us, man, during that time of great tribulation, during the persecution of the saints, man. All right, so let's keep it moving. Uh, yep. First Corinthians. Again, this is about Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai being all powerful, and knowing that fact, we need to trust in Him now more than ever. We don't need to lean to our own understanding, our carnal thoughts, man. Trust in Him and His ability to cook, as they say. This is First Corinthians 14:33. For power, Yahweh Shema Shai is not the author of confusion, man, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. So we got to remember that, but trust in Him that these men of great millstone may true and well be His real deal prophets. So He's not the author of confusion. If we follow sound doctrine, all right, then we won't go astray. Look at all the exposing happening with these false prophets out here, man. These false teachers. Yahweh Shema Shah is exposing these Israelite groups left and right, day by day. I seen that video of IUIC going to the hood, and I heard that black woman cussing like that, man. I said that in the epistle previous, man. I don't think I've ever heard nobody that angry. Obviously, we've heard Eve angry and cussing out. We was raised like that. That's what's coming when the Lord say, "You shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake." If y'all, the elder Matazak from the Carolinas, man, he's speaking on that. The IUIC went to the hood, and I heard that black woman sound like a black woman, and she was going, "Oh, F you, get the F out of here, get the F out of here," with this vigor. Like I've never heard that type of like concerning the prophets, man. Even if they be false prophets or not, doesn't matter. That's not what this is about. It's really going into the spirit of our people hating, their teachers, man. Even if they're not the real deal, man. You see? So I get it now. Why they say don't be going to the hood. Oh yeah, cause our people bugged the hell out. And look what they did to Malaki Hawashai, man. And he healed some of them people that slapped them, man. Spit on them. The servant is not greater than the master. We're gonna go through similar things, man. What I'm saying, dog, we may get literally spit on. We may get literally slapped. All right, we may get limbs chopped off, man. I'm not joking. The Lord is preparing us from these things. Why? Because He's not the author of confusion. We gotta go through the straight gate. The servant is not greater than the master. Look at our shepherd, Malak Yahawashah. Look at what he went through, man. So much so, being in the flesh, even though he, you know what I mean? Malaki Hawashah is who he is, but in the flesh during the experience, did our king not inquire to the Father if that cup could be moved from him, if there be some other way? What's that mean? Probably didn't want to die in the flesh, right? Probably didn't want to die. So I said all that to say, hey, when it comes time for that, it's going to hit different, man. It's going to hit different than just saying it, sitting in front of these cameras, man. And then living our lives when it's really time. That's why it's important that we share these things through the spirit, our testimonies, what we've been through. We don't say these things to boast. The Lord don't put the spirit upon me talk about that outright shit to boast, or I've been locked up this many times to boast, like I'm trying to outdo the apostles. Nah, nigga, if I've been locked up in the truth, then that's what it is. I'm not trying to boast and say I got locked up because I was out there. Nah, man, but I have been locked up out the truth, in the truth, and I'll tell you how crazy it get in that motherfucker. Hearing niggas, sharpening shanks and shit, man. You know what I mean? Niggas just locking you in the cell trying to fight. Soon as I get in there, it's this niggas, where you from type shit. Dead serious, nigga. Soon as I get in there, two niggas behind me. Like, the Wadi Haba Shema Hawashai. Hey. Cause again, we're gonna be in these situations. Might be in a camp, might be in a fucking prison, might get shipped off somewhere, and you need to trust in your Yahweh Shema Shah. Listen to your brothers, listen to your sisters. This thing that we've been through. It's brothers that been homeless in this truth, man. All right, I haven't experienced straight homelessness. I've experienced financial dire straits, sure, but it's brothers that have been homeless. Listen to their testimony and look at how Yahweh Shema Shah delivered them from those things, man. All right, so we trust in His power. That's all powerful. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Okay? So, let's see here. Perfect. Let's go to 2 Corinthians 1 and verse 9. But we had the sentence of death in ourselves, man, that we should not trust in ourselves, but in power which raiseth the dead. Yahweh Hashem Habashah has the power to raise the dead, man. Do we need to go into the historical accounts of that? You should trust in the words of Yahweh Hashem Habashah. The Lord could raise the dead, and we're experiencing that now, man. We were dead out here in a dead state, man, because we didn't have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which quickens us, all right, makes us alive. Now we have this through our power being all powerful, and through all the manipulation, the scheme, the cunning, the crafty counsel of Esau, Edom, the rest of these heathen nations. Now we're able to see clearly. We see it now. We see everybody around us is a bunch of idiots, man. You know, truth be told, if they're not serving Yahweh Shema Hawashah, it's not gonna go well for them, man. Right? So let's go to the book of 2 Timothy. All right, 2 Timothy 3 and 16. All scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh Shema Shah and is profitable for doctrine, reproof, correction, for instruction in righteousness. So there it is, all powerful. So that is to say that everything written in this Bible ultimately comes from the Lord, man. Comes from the mind of Yahweh Shema Shah. So we talk about Esau Edom going into captivity 1,000 years in the kingdom of Yahweh Shema Shah, or during the kingdom of Yahweh Shema Shah, which is an everlasting one. It's a stumbling block to people. The Lord said that, not us. That there's going to be a great tribulation, and in order to make it through, if you're an Israelite, you got to go through that straight gate. A stumbling block to everybody else. They say that the Lord loves everybody and salvation is for everybody. Stumbling block. All scripture is given by inspiration, which is to say the Lord said it. They can't receive that because they're not serving the Lord. They're against him. And I'll show you why. Let's go to Romans. Romans 8 and verse 7. Because the carnal mind, and that word carnal goes pertaining to the flesh, man. So the flesh, all right, is enmity against Yahweh Shema Shah, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh Hashem Shah, neither indeed can be. So if you're carnal minded and the Lord's not dealing with you spiritually, or putting a certain spirit, that Holy Spirit upon you to be able to understand sound doctrine and to see past the lies, then you're moving carnally per the flesh, and which means you're against the law, statutes, and commandments, which means you're against Yahweh Hashem Shah, you're against the prophets, you're against decency, righteousness, all right? And the Lord is going to give you over to your heart's desires, man, and you're not going to like it. Okay, so that's the point. Our people are carnal. They're in the flesh. They want things that cater to the lust of the flesh, man, to the pleasures of the flesh. Okay. Let's go to the so many. Let's go to the book of Proverbs. Another stumbling block precept that you're not going to hear a lot. In the book of Proverbs 1 and 26, and it reads, I also will laugh at your we can go up. Let me go up. Dang, we got to start at 22. How long, ye simple ones, you simp, man? You simps out there, will ye love simplicity, you 2/3 of the nation of Israel, and the scorners delight in their scorning. How long are y'all going to love scorning at the true children of Yahweh Hashem Shah, which is going to lead you to be put to death? All right. And fools hate knowledge. How long, you 2/3? How long, Esau, Edom, are you going to continue in your bullshit? And I'm talking about you low level Edomites, man. You don't even know why you hate us. You just have a spirit, because truth be told, our people haven't bothered you. Matter of fact, our people have really entertained you guys for quite some time. And I'm talking about going back to the OJs, Michael Jackson when he first came out, the Jackson 5 up until now. While you see these little Edomites, man, completely obsessed. I make jokes, whatever happened to rock and roll, man, and Stacy's Mom type of music. That was jamming. Esau was jamming with that Stacy's Mom. Got it, yeah. What happened to that? Why are y'all just so hip hop out? Where's your little salt, man, with your country music and your damn pop music and shit? Is it still out there? Sure, but hip hop and rap and R&B is just leading the forefront. I see all these damn TikTok videos. Most of them ain't no damn pop music and rock and roll. They're doing TikTok hip hop dances, man. The white girls especially, they compromised. I mean, they following Eve because they can't help it. Why? Because we're the salt of the earth, meaning the flavor. Can't help it. Even in our captivity, you clowns are following us. That's pathetic. You guys are pathetic. Seriously. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. How's the Lord doing that? Through the prophets. Because I have called and you refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded other than the Lord's hopeful elect. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof they didn't consider. Here's the point. The Lord being all powerful, doing what he want to do, I also will laugh at your calamity. And you ain't gonna hear that in the church, so called. Alright, you hear it in the true church that's how our power is. We just telling you how he is, man. Why y'all getting mad at us? Because the Lord said he'll mock when somebody in your family wicked and be unalive in a weird way. Ha ha ha, you clown. Look at, and I ain't even saying the Lord gotta do that through us. Look at how he'll do it with the spirit he put on the little Jakes to make songs about it. That is the Lord literally mocking your death, boy. When he put the spirit on Lil J, have you heard the damn song a couple years ago, Who I Smoke? What was it, Young and Ace and the Crew? Yeah. Check that out, man. They just got a whole song just rapping about unalive people, man. Seriously. Making my way downtown, walking. Yeah, they used that song, that Edomite song, to just rap about death. That's Yahweh Shema Hawashai, using that salt steel upon 2/3 of the nation of Israel to mock when your calamity coming. Now you got mothers that have to deal with hearing that shit. Of course, they're not gonna bump it, but you know they're aware. Look at the Julio Fulio situation. I just saw that they got those dudes. They got life in prison for unaliving him, but Julio Fulio was in true to Fulio. He was out here rapping about unaliving people. Once again, that's Yahweh Shema Shah. You got Jake, they go out to the grave sites and just do all type of debauchery to the grave sites. That's Yahweh Shema Shah doing that because man's going is of the Lord. The Lord allowed that to happen. It's a stumbling block if you can't receive it. So what? Who cares? We telling the truth. All right. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, man. So all these things, man, is getting ready to come upon this earth, man. Especially you 2/3 of the nation of Israel, especially you weak ass Edomites that want to play with us, man, because it's gonna be casualties on both sides. Look at what they talking about happening in Chicago this weekend, the last weekend. Did they? Like how many people was shot? I don't know. I saw it was like hundreds of shots out there. I don't know how many. Let me. Well, I can't look at. Yes, I can. Hold on. Let me see. How many people were shot in Chicago this weekend? Oh my God. It says during the extended Juneteenth holiday, which was from June 19th to the 21st. It says at least 47 people were shot, 8 unalived, and 39 others were injured. That's that desolation, destruction, and that distress coming, man. And that's what we're warning our people, man. All right, so all right, we just got to continue to serve Yahweh Shema Hawashai and move in the fear. Let me bring that out. Man's going to the Lord right quick. Proverbs, again, about the Lord being all powerful, which means that the Lord controls people. He controls your mind. If you're going to prophesy, then he's the one that does that. He's the one that gives us these words, man. He's the one that gives us the courage, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to go out on the highways and byways a certain type of way, though, man. You got these false prophets. You got to be brought up the right way, man. All right, Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? And he doesn't, especially those that don't serve the Lord. Look at Trump. He's being taken to and fro. Like the Lord got hands on, buddy. And he just taking him here, and then he bring him back, and then he take him here, man. He's just controlling them, man. That's Yahweh Hashem and Hawashai. Okay? So we just gotta trust in the Lord, man. I got so many precepts about the power of the Lord. Let's see here. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. Isaiah 45. So for you serial unalivers out there that like to boast in your body count, man. I'm talking about pew pew stuff, man. There is none. There's no serial killers, okay? Other than Yahweh Hashem and Hawashah. If you think I'm joking. Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. And it's all caps. I, Yahweh, do all these things, man. So there it is. The Lord is all powerful, man. The Lord is the one that does these things, man. Okay? Just like he gave the earth into the hands of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. It's because he's all powerful and it was his will to do so. All right, we know this man to be the Lord's whooping stick for the nation of Israel, man. He created them to do that, base man, and then he let this base man via our transgressions get way above us. Boy, oh boy, I've been looking throughout Babylon the Great at mansions, and I found these castles. And oh my God, cause you see like the little mansions that you can see, but like some of the more things that's like off the grid, they got some stuff that'll make you reconsider. Like, cause you see like the rappers and shit. You remember Cribs, MTV Cribs. I remember Master P. He got this, gold everywhere. I don't know if that shit was real or not. That gold that he had, but I remember Master P Crib. And a lot of rappers, man, and it looked nice, man, compared to what we had. But I'm talking about these mansions. Oh man, it was one celebrity. He was a celebrity himself, a famous actor. I forgot, but he said he was visiting somebody who was way more richer than he was, and man, he had a vehicle inside his house that drove from wherever he was at, like the living room type of situation, to the kitchen. I'm talking about inside the house. He had a car, and I know he telling the truth. When we talk about the elite, that's who I'm talking about. Hey, the Rothschilds, them, that's how they live and got vehicles that they drive from one like end of the house to the other one just to eat. Man, you don't know how these folks living, man. I seen some of these castles, the old school ones, and they got some modern castles. Oh man, we got to get out of here. I know that much. We living in dog houses, man, and then be puffed up about living in a dog house. Like seriously, when we get in this kingdom, these little big ass houses that y'all think is big, it's not gonna be enough to house the animals that we have on our compounds and our palaces, man. This is a dog house. Like, what is this? Like, these places that we live, it's oh my gosh, it's not even decent enough for storage. If you really consider that. So it behooves us not to be puffed up and wait on the Lord to really give us that everlasting substance, man. All right, bring a couple more. Yeah, let's go back to that. Remember his understanding is infinite. So let's look at this in 2nd Ezra 8 and 21. O Lord, this is 2nd Ezra 8 and 20. O Lord, thou that dwellest in everlasting. So the Lord, hey man, is an everlasting power. He has no beginning, no end, which beholdeth from above things in the heaven and in the air. And here's the point: whose throne is inestimable. I'm country hell, man. It be inestimable. All right, whose glory may not be comprehended. So you can't even comprehend the glory, the majesty. You can't measure probably even the chariot that the brother saw. Remember the brother had, and he seen as big as a damn mount. He couldn't see from one end of the chariot to the other. And then that's Malaki Hawashah in the crew. We talking about Yahweh, all right, and his inestimable throne and glory, the lightnings, the thunder, all right, that surround his literal throne, man. Like it can't be comprehended, man. Brothers say, that they wasn't worthy to speak of some of the things that they saw via Yahweh Hashem Hawashah, before whom the hosts of angels stand with trembling. And man that seen some of the Lord angels was afraid of how they look. They saying that these fearful things are they tremble at the name Yahweh. They tremble at the name Yahweh. They tremble at the presence thereof, man. We ain't seen nothing yet. I'll leave it there, man. For the most part. Let's go to Galatians, man. And I'll leave it at that. But yeah, that's the whole point, man. Just some precepts to keep us motivated. We serve a all powerful power. Yahweh Shema Shah. There's no limit. Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived. Yahweh Shema Shah is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that he shall also reap. And we want to sow seeds of good things, man. Humility. And the Lord say, blessed is the poor, blessed is the meek, etc. So we want to be likened unto those meek and poor individuals through the Spirit, of course. All right. And because everybody else is coming in the spirit of mocking the judgments of Yahweh Shema Shah, and the Lord definitely is about that Mashapat. All right. So with that, I pray that this was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. A trust in Yahweh Shema Shah. He's all powerful, and there's no limit. Come time when these motherfuckers put their hands on us or try to, Lord gonna lift up a standard. We gotta trust in that though, that He is able and He will do it because of our righteousness or our attempt at it. Shalom.